All right, my people. Different conversations come up, with people. Just talking about anything out there and any posts I see on the Facebook, and stuff coming up on the YouTube, comedy. I'm seeing George Carlin's videos popping up, so I watch him a little bit. And there's a lot of people that tell me about him, and and I basically like to be like him too. I'm kind of like in between him and some other people, or like Dave Chappelle and stuff. That's the kind of comedy I want to do. Storytelling and anything that happens, just funny shit. A lot of people or kids, they'll ask me or tell me to tell some jokes. It's like, well, I don't give a shit about jokes. Okay, jokes are like made up and shit. You can make up shit to make people laugh, and just laugh about it. It's not the same as like talking about shit that's happening out there, like stuff that happens to me, or when I go out there to a store or the gas station, no matter where the hell I go, driving down the road, and something funny happens, something crazy happens, and you gotta document it. You gotta make some comedy out of it. That's what makes it funny. Not making up stupid ass jokes. Why did the toilet paper cross the road? Because it got stuck in a crack. Okay, that's an easy one. I made up a few. What did the countertop say to the pill? Well, let's not counteract, because pills counteract each other when you take pills. And another one I made up, especially coming up on winter time here and Christmas and Thanksgiving, is why do we call snowmen? Because snowmen have balls of snow, snowballs, and men have balls. And I guess that's why we call them snowmen, because I don't know why the fuck we call it snowmen for. Why don't we call it a snow woman and put some tits on it, or boobs, and a bikini, same fucking thing. Call it a snow woman. Put a snowman, a snow woman beside each other, and put a bikini on the woman one and boobs, and then you got a snow woman. Why the fuck do we call it snowmen for? I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't Googled it, I Google everything and find shit, and find facts and post it out there and take screenshots, put it on Instagram, put it on TikTok. It gets pretty exhausting, but I like to do it because I'm a writer. But I like to tell stories and shit that happens, real shit, and talk about issues going on out there. So, without going on and on, I want to talk about homelessness and money still, and the struggles out there, and what I've been going through, and stuff like that. So, with George Carlin's videos popping up all the time on YouTube, so many good stuff that I want to be like him, talk about shit, curse, talk about all the issues. But he's talking about, why don't we take the golf courses and turn them into like a development for homeless, put houses on it, or tiny house. He didn't say tiny houses, but because back then, nobody even knew about tiny houses. It wasn't a thing when he was doing comedy or younger. But in my words, we can be putting tiny houses on them, or make a whole neighborhood. And you see it on Facebook a lot. If you look on all the different tiny house pages, you got different roads, and you got tiny houses lined up and shit like that. And but he's saying, why don't we turn the golf courses into that? Because it's a meaningless game, which is so true. All for businessmen for the most part, to get together and bullshit and talk about ideas and how to make more money and how to make all these deals and shit. You know, you got Trump out there, you got the different politicians out there. Obama was golfing out there. He probably still golfs, I don't know, and shoots hoops. But you got different people out there swinging, and for what? You pay fucking money to get in there. You know, $30 up to $50. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's pretty cheap around here in Ohio. But you get in and pay some money, and you know, you have your own golf bag of stuff, golf clubs that you buy at Dick's Sporting Goods and all these places. But you go there to pay money, okay, to use your own shit and drive their golf cart. It's like, what the fuck you gotta do? Bring your own golf cart too? Maybe you save money that way, I don't know. But you go and pay money and you just fucking hit the ball this way and that way and fucking 100 yards, 2 football fields, whatever. And then you gotta go find it again. Like, hit the ball and then let's go find the ball. Hit the ball and let's go find the ball. Let's go see where it landed. And then you're trying to get into a fucking hole like that. You can do all this shit in the backyard. Okay, you can have a fucking putting green in the backyard, whatever. It's not that hard. I can do it. Anybody can do it. You know, if you have fields like we do around the house for my grandparents' farm and shit, you can fucking stand in the yard and swing that motherfucker and hit that ball wherever the fuck you want. Into the woods, into the field. You don't even need to go to a driving range. They got all these fucking driving ranges everywhere, and I don't know how much it costs to get in there, but you go there and you swing the ball, okay, you're paying money, okay, and you're using your club, and they're going around picking up the balls again, rounding them up, bringing them back. It's like a cycle. It makes no fucking sense. Everybody's hitting the ball, you're hitting the ball, all the balls are out there, and then the guys are going around picking them back up, bringing them back. Makes no damn sense at all. Same thing. You can stand in your yard, like I can do it, and hit it that way into that field, and hit it this way into the woods, because we had these old neighbors across the street he was doing it. And I mean, what? You can go to Walmart and buy a whole box of cheap balls pack, or anywhere, you know, cheap. And you might lose out a little bit of money, you know, if you can't find the ball. But you're enjoying it at home instead of going to pay money to shoot it around like that on a piece of property, a big property you don't own, driving a fucking golf cart around. It makes no fucking sense at all. And, you know, they could be putting homeless stuff in there, and, you know, it's just fucking bullshit. The money out there, the golf courses, the business people. I'm a business person, and, you know, I'm not even doing anything like that. I'm going to be better than a lot of them, you know, but I've had golf clubs. I have my own golf clubs. You know, and I made some putting stuff in the yard. I bought a flag, but you can hit your own balls in your own yard and save money. Right. I had to do something, but coming back to the video here, discussion on useless golf courses. Again, useless, that's all I can say, and George Carlin says it too. You just hit the damn ball and it goes flying, and then you gotta go find the ball, drive the golf cart, and then the end goal or result is to get it in the hole. You pick the ball up after 18 holes of golf and whatever, you're done. Like, yay, we completed all the holes. You don't get fucking paid. Nothing happens. There's no prize money. You don't get free food. You don't get shit. The golf courses don't give you nothing. You gotta go in the fucking place or the building and pay for food and buy food and drinks. Spend more money. It's useless. It's bullshit. When your money can be used for something else, to help people or pay your bills. Who knows what. Those things need to be used for something else and housing like they're doing here in Ohio, nearby in the next 2 towns over. They built a Myers there, they built a Menards, they got Arby's, Panda Express, all these restaurants on there, the Myers gas station. There's a big business behind all that, the people that we know that build machines and stuff, robots for factories and stuff, for packaging things and all that. So they're back there. There's another golf course that got used for these condos and stuff. There's like 2 or 3 more freaking golf courses around the area. We got Congress Lake, that direction. That's all geared towards the rich and the business people. My dad's boss belonged to that. They got tennis, they got the lake right there. You can go on a boat. They got the whole golf course. It stretches pretty far. What else they got? I don't know. All kinds of shit. It's a big ass clubhouse. You can go in there and hang out and stuff. Other business people. And all they do, all business people like that do, is talk about bullshit. All you do is talk about how much money you're making, any deals, what you're doing, how the stock market is doing, how your bank is doing, blah, 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 all this bullshit. You don't fucking sit there and talk about homeless people, how they're struggling, how any of us are struggling, or the middle class people. You don't sit there and talk about how you can help people better and do better and teach people what you can do, give stuff out. Most people, rich people or redneck people, country people, like in my town and small towns out there, you guys want to talk about how no handouts. Like, we don't give handouts, and oh, you're trying to get a handout, and they say that toward me too. Where the hell do you get that from? I'm not out there begging for money. I'm not homeless. I don't own a house, but I'm in a house. I'm not out there doing nothing but marketing myself, pushing myself, dressing good, walking around on the college campus with my sign, homemade sign, and a speaker playing music. I'm going to do that today in town, standing on the highway, like the route comes through town there. I'm going to do it again today. It's nice weather out in November here in Ohio. I'm shirtless because it's hot in here. We put the wood burner on and stuff like that during the winter time, and it just gets hot as hell. I was all depressed. I was going through depression and dissociation, all this stuff. Like, I could not feel anything before. I had a cold tolerance. I could not feel anything. I was cold. Could not shower. Couldn't do anything. Now I'm back and working out and doing stuff and shirtless and nipples out and everything else. That's another thing. Why the fuck do men have nipples? I remember when we were in grade school, junior high, we were in some kind of class, I don't know what it was called, and some dude was like asking the teacher, why do men or guys have nipples? And she couldn't answer that. Nobody could. Still can't. You can Google it and nobody comes up with an answer. Why the fuck we got nipples? Everybody's nipples are all different, mine's up here, mine should be, I think, right there. Everybody's different. I mean, I don't know. I guess the only point of that guy's nipples are to pinch each other's nipples. I don't know. Nipple pinchers. But you got you got people out there talking shit, saying stuff, this and that, makes no sense. People need to shut the hell up out there. We're all struggling. It don't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, it don't matter anymore, because nothing is cheap anymore, no matter how much money you got. The rich people are still making payments on stuff. You're not paying everything in full. You're not paying your house off. You're not paying your vehicles off, your truck, car, Hummer, Corvette, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Rolls Royce, that whatever the fuck it's called, Romas, whatever that other expensive car. There's all kinds of expensive cars out there. You're making payments. Some people, or celebrities And professional athletes and that are paying their shit off, you know, or in full. I imagine they are. That would be smart. But you know, all in all, rich people spend money, invest money. They're not saving money, not doing nothing, just to show off and all this. I want a Hummer, okay, $100,000 Hummer, to enjoy it because I like it. I like the way it looks. All the 4 tires turn. There's a girl driving one down the road. I don't know if that's a sign or not. I believe in signs. There's a lot of signs that show us stuff that we're supposed to be doing or something's going to happen. And I'm still figuring that out. But you see the Hummer trucks out there or the regular Hummers. I want one. Trying to get one. The payments are $1,000 a month at least. I don't know how you can still pay it off. I thought it was going to be $5,000 a month. But it's like having a house. But people can't pay the shit in full. And they're just wasting money. But rich people, they just sit around. I don't care if you're nice, an asshole, narcissist, whatever. Don't give a fuck. All rich people don't fucking help. Okay? You don't help. You might donate here and there and, oh, whoopee, that's good. Good for you. But you're not doing it every fucking day. You're not helping people. Homeless. You know, I'm out there with nothing and I'm helping people. Doing it. Driving a piece of shit car. Okay, pouring water into the reservoir for the engine coolant. Got no engine coolant. I had a nice V6 Bighorn Ram Bighorn truck. I let it go because I had problems and I couldn't drive it, was depressed. The Safe Light company sucks and they can't do shit right. They don't seal the windshield and I got rainwater coming down in and into the floor. Didn't want the truck, too much maintenance, didn't want it. Now I owe money on it. That's me, that's what happened. Not because I couldn't pay on it. I landscape and do all this stuff. But people blow their money. Rich people blow their money, they waste it. All they do is talk about money and talk about themselves and deals and everything else. Even Trump, no matter who the hell you are. Political people, Trump. I don't see everything he's doing anymore. You know, he's been trying to do stuff, but I don't see it. Ohio sucks. It's not going nowhere. It's always been slow and not holistic. I was in Colorado doing massage therapy, and it's so demanding out there, and different open-minded people are holistic out there and active and running, skiing. You know, they're skiing, snowboarding. I can snowboard a little bit. Out in California, they're on the beach and they're doing stuff. You know, they're rollerblading. You know, I got rollerblades too. I've been going in the park. I've been going in the college town over there in Kent. Just going down by the bars and on the sidewalks. Just some knee pads on, no helmet. Just so that's fun. All the sports pretty much make sense. You know, basketball, shooting hoops, football, tennis. You're hitting the ball. There's some meaning to it. There's some meaning to all these sports. Golf, there's no meaning in it. You're hitting a stupid ass little ball down the green and oh, look, it landed over there. Oh, it landed over there. Jump in the golf cart and go. And then you keep hitting it until you get into the hole like 20 times, 10 times. And then what? You don't get fucking paid for it. You just turn the golf cart in and turn the balls in and load up your golf clubs and go to work. No free food, no prize money, no nothing. What the fuck's the point? They need to shut the golf courses down, I think, if you ask me. You got Trump out there, you got different people out there golfing. All it is a leisure thing, a nice relaxing thing. It's still stressful. Hitting the ball and you're not getting in the hole, you're not hitting it where you want it to go. How the hell is that relaxing? It stresses you out still. Makes no sense. All right, subscribe, like, share my stuff, please. Get me out there, get me known so I can buy stuff, so I can get a house and all these things and help people with my money, unlike other people who don't help people. Help the homeless and build more homeless boxes to sleep in and all this shit I want to do. Lots of goals. Come on, make it snappy. Look up The Awakening on the Facebook page, my spiritual page. Look up my Instagram, my TikTok, all these things under my name. You know, you should be able to find it somehow. I'm gonna go stand in my town on the highway route with the sign and music playing. See if I can get people to read the sign and pass out landscaping flyers. Peace.